4 people have been charged with selling heroin-laced fentanyl to Michael K. Williams. Rest in peace. BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Alright, so yeah. So apparently, the drug dealers who sold Michael K. for Kenneth, Michael K. Williams, for everybody that don't know, that's Omar from The Wire. The heroin that was laced with fentanyl, in which he died from, have all been charged. Okay. Now, first thing I want to say right out the gate, they got one of these dudes from Puerto Rico. So they went all the way to Puerto Rico to get one of these dudes. They was not playing with these guys. Apparently, we're gonna look at Metro Entertainment in a second. Shout out to Louise Griffin. But I'm just gonna tell you what I know on this, and then we're gonna look at what her article says on this that she put out on the 2nd of February. But just so we can be clear, they also are upset, and I'm not trying to laugh at this, but they are also upset because I seen this written somewhere that basically after Michael K. Williams died, they continued to sell the drugs. It's like, you do know that these are drug dealers, right? You do know, first of all, when you're dealing with heroin, just so we can be clear, there is probably a specific batch of individuals that they're looking for the strongest stuff they can. They're trying to come as close to death as possible. I'm just saying. That's one. Two, I think one of the main reasons why they had to go get these people or this individual is, we have to assume whoever Michael K. Williams was buying off of, it wasn't just some dude that was standing on a corner. I don't believe that. Okay? You probably get something from some dude standing on the corner once or twice, but after that, I gotta have some real connections. This is not working. I'm just saying, and it's not, and I'm just talking about like for weed. I could imagine, yeah, that's what I was talking about. I could imagine like something like heroin in your Michael K. Williams, you are Omar Little, like seriously. So I would imagine that there are other people who probably had bought from these individuals, not knowing that they were see how deep this gets? Anyway, we're gonna look at this article real quick. Basically, as we all know, Omar Little, he played Omar Little on also, not for nothing, if you haven't seen the Netflix show, oh man, he's on this really good Netflix show. It's called Something Craft. If you know what the name of the show is, put it down in the comment section for somebody else. It's called Something Craft and shit. And he's like the dude's father. It's a long, I don't want to get into it. It's a really good show. They only did 1 season though. I was hoping they were going to do a 2nd season. Netflix backed out of it, whatever the reason is. Anyway, so U.S. Attorney Damian Williams and New York City Police Commissioner Kichant Savell, I think that's how you say the name, said that the 4 were charged in a criminal complaint unsealed Tuesday in Manhattan federal court in a narcotics conspiracy alleging the distribution of fentanyl-laced heroin that resulted in the actor's death. Now, I want to be clear on something for everybody that y'all don't know. If y'all don't want to do any real time, don't get caught with anything laced with fentanyl. I promise you. I'm going to explain something real quick. When you're lacing the drug with fentanyl, now, even though you're selling the illegal drug, that's also attempt murder. You do know this, right? I'm going to say that again for everybody that don't know. I'm putting you on the game. I don't care what the thing is that you're selling. If it's laced with fentanyl, that's also attempt murder if you get caught. I'm just letting you know. That's why we're laughing. At least I was trying not to. When I told you that they were so upset that he was still selling it after the situation happened with Michael K. Williams. Rest in peace. But what you have to understand is when you're dealing with a certain type of drug, some of these individuals is hoping to get as close to as possible. But the problem is, whenever you add fentanyl to a drug that somebody could already overdose from, it's like, this video is not the place to explain this. But the point in which I'm trying to make is, when you have fentanyl-laced products that can also be attempt murder, and they're starting to charge people for that now more than before. Anyway, so they came after these guys. They said he had a whole network of distribution. They said, first of all, just so we can be clear, there definitely is a deadly opioid problem that we have going on in New York, in America, just in general. So you would assume anyone that they could catch and they could really just absolutely just grind and give it to is going to be these guys. They went all the way to Puerto Rico to get one of these people. First of all, also remember, Michael K. Williams is a much liked and most likely loved individual in the New York scene. So there's no telling how many friends he has that are extremely distraught at what happened to him, whether they knew about his proclivities or not. There's no telling how many people are extremely distraught who were just absolutely thrown off by what happened. And there's no telling what kind of power these individuals have. They went to Puerto Rico to get this dude. I promise you they wasn't playing with him. With that being said, let me know what y'all guys think. Put it that, like, what do you think we should do about this whole? And then also remember, the next generation has already been getting introduced to opioids at an extremely drastic rate. It's not like the problem is gonna go away. It's not like you got these little kids popping perks at 14, 15 years old. And then now, all of a sudden, when they become 20, they're going to be like, hey, you know what? Let's stop all the perks. No problems with my health. That's not what's happening. It's not what's going to happen. You understand? So this opioid problem that we have right now, this is actually more of the beginning of it than anything else. Because as far as I can remember, this generation that's now is the first generation that I've seen at a drastic rate inside of the black community that had an opioid problem inside of our teenagers. I just haven't seen this before. Maybe it was the weed, it was the drinking. At one point, you know, maybe even when crack hit in the freaking 80s and people didn't know no better. But as far as with opioids, we don't see problems like this except for in little towns where Caucasian people live. For it to be afflicting our whole entire community like this, there's a problem. So we need to not only be keep our eyes on what's going on now and try to figure out a way to solve our relevant in the face issues, but we got issues that's coming up down the road. You know, a lot of our future, I don't know what you want to call it, firefighters or scientists or football players or even stockbrokers or even window washers, bus drivers, a lot of them that was going to be the future of us moving into those positions now have extremely terrible drug problems as children with nothing but time on their hands. So when we wonder why they gravitate to some of this music that they gravitate to, and why the violence is occurring the way the violence is occurring, let's also pay attention to the factors that aren't directly a result of the music. Let's pay attention to some of the things that lead people to the music. With that being said, put it down in the comment section. I want to know what you guys think about this. Like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang. Hashtag GrownSpones. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.